Om Shanti. This is today's English Murli, 29th of August. Revised date is 12/3/1988. Title is Three Types of Love and the Specialities of the Children Who Have Love in Their Hearts. Baba says, today Baap Dada is seeing his loving, cooperative and powerful children who are full of these three specialities, because those who are equal in all of these three specialities are number one among the special souls. Be loving, also be cooperative in every task, and along with that also be powerful at a time when it is convenient. The third is love compelled by time. The speciality of those who are loving with their heart is that they will always easily and naturally experience all relationships and attainments. Let the experience of even one relationship not be lacking. Let there be the experience of different kinds of love according to the time and according to the different relationships. It is necessary to when the father in the form of the teacher is teaching an elevated study and the relationship of the teacher is not experienced at that time, because that soul begins to celebrate a meeting and has a conversational chat with Baba as the friend, then that one's attention would not be on the study. If at a time of studying someone says, I am having a very powerful experience of the stage beyond sound, is that right at the time of studying? Because at that time the father in the form of the teacher has come to enable you to claim an elevated status through this study. At that time, when the role is that of the teacher, the role of a godly student life is accurate. This is known as recognizing the relationship according to the time and experiencing the attainment of love according to that relationship. Exercise your intellect with this. Let your intellect be stable in whatever form and stage that is needed whenever it is needed. When someone has a heavy body or is carrying a burden, he is not easily able to mold his body as he would like. In the same way, if someone has a gross intellect, that is, if there is a wasteful burden or wasteful rubbish of one sort or another on the intellect, if there is one impurity or another, then the person with such an intellect would not be able to mold his intellect whenever he wants. This is why a very clean, deep, that is, an extremely subtle, divine, unlimited, and broad intellect is needed. Only those with such intellects will be able to experience all relationships whenever they want and also experience their form according to the relationship. All are loving, but the ones who experience the love of all relationships according to the time remain constantly busy in those experiences. They remain merged in love due to the attainment from each relationship. They remain so absorbed that no obstacle of any type could make them bow down to it. This is why they automatically experience the stage of an easy yogi. This is known as the number one accurate, loving soul. Because of love, such souls automatically receive help at the right time from the Father in every task. Because of this reason, they experience constant immovable, unshakable, and imperishable love. Do you understand? This is the speciality of a number one loving soul. There is no need to speak of the second or third number because you know them very well. Bab Dada was seeing such loving children. Has this love been constant from the beginning until now, or has it changed according to the time, according to the difficulty, or according to the connection with Brahmin soul? This too makes a difference. Today you have heard about love, you will then be told about cooperation being powerful. The importance of a soul with all the three specialities will be taken up at another time. All three are necessary. All of you are such loving souls, are you not? You have this practice, do you not? You are able to stabilize your intellects wherever and whenever you need. Are you not? You have controlling power, do you not? This is because ruling power comes when there is first controlling power. How can someone who cannot control himself control the kingdom? This is why the practice of the power of controlling the self is required from now on. Only then you can have a right to a kingdom. Do you understand? Acha. Today the quota of meetings has to be completed. At the confluence age, no matter how much you are tied by the bondage of numbers, can you be tied? Many more than could be it come. This is why Baba has to act according to the time, the numbers, and the body that is taken as a sport. None of this because the speed of the subtle body is much faster than that of a physical body. If, on the other hand, there is a corporeal being walking, and on the other, an angelic form, how much difference would there be in their walking? How long would it take an angel to arrive somewhere, or how long would it take for a bodily being to arrive? A subtle body and is doing service in all four directions as at such a fast speed. And is moving forward at a very fast speed and enabling others to move forward. You are experiencing this, are you not? So, the speed of the subtle body is faster than the fastest instruments of this world. An experience can be given to so many at the same time in a second that they would all say that they saw Baba or met Baba at the particular time. Each one would think that he celebrated a meeting, had a heart to heart conversation, and received help. Because of the fast speed, everyone can have such an experience at the same time. They will all feel as though they have just had an experience. So, the life of an angel is a life free from bondage. Although there is the bondage of service, the speed is so fast that no matter how much you do, you are constantly free. The greater the love, the greater the detachment. Baba inspires everyone, but whilst inspiring them because he is a bodiless angel, he has the constant experience of a stage of freedom because he does not depend on a body or actions. All of you have also experienced that when you perform a task in the angelic stage, you experience being free from bondage. That is, you experience lightness, do you not? Baba is an angel, it is the same land and the same body, and so you can understand what the experience must be, can you not? To the children from all four directions who have love in their hearts, to the children who constantly have a divine, broad, and unlimited intellect, to those who constantly experience the angelic stage, equal to Brahma Baba, and who attain success in service and self progress at a fast speed, to those who are constantly cooperative and who experience the Father's cooperation as a right, to such special souls who are to become equal to Baba, to the great souls. Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. Bab Dada's elevated version spoken in the form of blessings in personal meetings. Baba says, "You are constantly a carefree emperor, are you not? Once you have handed over all responsibility to the Father, what is there for you to worry about? When you take the responsibility on yourself, you have to worry about what will happen and how it will happen, whereas once you had everything over, the Father is the ocean, He will have nothing to worry about. So the Father is carefree and the children are also carefree. So, whatever actions you are to perform, before performing those actions, think of yourself as a trustee. A trustee does all the work with a lot of love but doesn't have any burden. A trustee means that everything belongs to the Father. So, there is greater attainment when you say yours and you also remain light. All the work will be done well because, as is your awareness, so will be your stage. Yours means to have the awareness of the Father. This is not just an ordinary great soul, Mahanatma, but the Father Himself. So, when you have said yours to the Father, the work will turn out well and your stage will always be carefree. Even though the Father is offering you to give Him the worries, you still don't accept the offer. What can be said? The Father's offer is let go of the burden. Therefore, be constantly carefree and from your own experience show others the way to be carefree. You will receive many blessings. When you take away someone's burden or worries, He will give you blessings from His heart. So you yourself are a carefree emperor and you will also receive blessings filled with good wishes from others. So you are an emperor. You are an emperor of imperishable wealth. What would an emperor be concerned about? Perishable emperors have concerns, but this is imperishable. Baba says, you have the experience of both imperishable happiness and temporary happiness. Do you not? Temporary happiness is the happiness you receive from physical things, whereas imperishable happiness is godly happiness. So, which is the best happiness of all? Once you have found godly happiness, perishable happiness automatically follows. For instance, when someone is walking under the sun, his shadow follows him, whereas those who chase after a shadow don't receive anything. So, those who go towards godly happiness automatically have temporary happiness following them like a shadow. They don't have to labor. For instance, it is said when anything is done in the name of God, all interactions are successful. In the same way, godly happiness is something in the name of God, and perishable happiness is that of worldly interactions. In God's name, worldly relationships interaction work out automatically. So constantly stay in this experience through which you can receive both. Otherwise, you would only receive from one side, and that would also be perishable. Sometimes you would receive it, and sometimes you would not, because the thing itself is perishable. What would you receive through that? When you receive godly happiness, you become constantly happy. There is no name or trace of sorrow. To find godly happiness means you have found everything. There is nothing unattained. Those who have imperishable happiness will use the perishable things while being detached from that. They would not get trapped in them. Baba says, do you always consider yourselves to be victorious Pandavas of the previous cycle? Whenever you see the memorial images of the Pandavas, do you feel that those are your memorials? Pandav means those who are always strong, and this is why the bodies of the Pandavas are shown as tall and broad. They are never shown to be weak. The souls are courageous and powerful, but they have instant shown the bodies to be strong. The victory of the Pandavas is well known, even though there were countless Kauravas, they were defeated, whereas the Pandavas were only 5, but they won. Why did they win? Because the father was with the Pandavas. The Pandavas were strong. They had spiritual nothing in front of them. You are like this, are you not? Anyone who comes in front of you, no matter in what form Maya comes in front of you, they would go away defeated. They would not be able to conquer you. This is known as victorious Pandavas. Your mothers are also in the Pandav army, are you not? Or are you those who stay at home? Those who are weak hide away in their homes, but those who are courageous go on to the battlefield. Whether they on the battlefield or at home. So constantly continue to move forward with the intoxication that you are the victorious Pandavas of the Pandav army. Mava says, do you consider yourselves to be unlimited instrument servers? Unlimited servers means those who do not come into any limitations of I or my. Mine in the unlimited is neither I nor mine. Everything belongs to the Father. I belong to the Father, and the service is also of the Father. This is called doing unlimited service. Are you such unlimited servers, or do you come into the limited? Unlimited servers receive the unlimited kingdom. Always have the awareness of the unlimited Father. Unlimited service and the unlimited fortune of the kingdom, and you will stay happy. Happiness disappears in anything limited, whereas there is always happiness in the unlimited. Now made very good plans for doing service. In fact, doing service is also a mean of making progress. If you do service in the form of service gives you a lift to make you progress. Simply make plans with plain intellects and do not mix anything into them, even slightly from here or there. For example, if you made something very good at lying around so that some rubbish got into it due to the wind, what would happen then? So you carefully look after it, do you not? So that anything from here or there does not get mixed into it. In the same way, you make good plans for service. The hard work in doing service does not feel like hard work. You have happiness because you do it with love, and you also have very good zeal and enthusiasm. Bab Dada is pleased to see the zeal and enthusiasm. Simply do not allow anything to get mixed into it. Then, however long that service has taken, you can do 4 times as much. A plain intellect will reveal service that is of a fast speed. At the moment, you still have to think, shall we do this or should we not do this? Perhaps this will happen or that will happen. However, if everyone has the same intellect, whoever did it, that was good, and whatever they did was good. When you make this lesson firm service at a fast speed will then begin. In fact, the speed of service is now faster than before. It is increasing and you are achieving success. However, in terms of the need of the present time, in terms of giving the message to all souls of the world, you have only just come round the corner. There are 5.5 billion souls, and perhaps 1 or 200,000, 1 or 2 crore souls would have received the message. So, how many more are still left? Yes, those who are close to the kingdom have already come, but all are needed. The inheritance has to be given to everyone, whether of liberation or liberation in life. Everyone has to be given it, not a single child of the Father must be deprived, no matter how each one has to claim a right to the Father's inheritance, no matter in what way the Father's message, if fast speed is needed for that. That time is also coming. It will continue to happen. Now, those of all religions are gradually being molded in their own way. Earlier, they used to be very strict, whereas they are now molding themselves. Whether they are Christians or Muslims, internally they give regard to the philosophy of Bharat because there are all types of entertainment in the philosophy of Bharat. It is not like that in other religions. The way that the psychology of Bharat has been shown through stories and drama is not like those of any other religions. This is why those who have been very strict also understand internally that the psychology of Bharat, and within that its original eternal philosophy is no less. The day will also come when everyone will say, if there is any philosophy, it is of the original eternal religion. People get upset with the word Hindu, but they will give regard to the original eternal religion. God is one, and so there is only one religion. The religion of all of us is one. They will gradually be attracted to the religion of souls. Acha, today's blessing is, may you become constantly powerful by reducing your weight of waste with churning power. The explanation for this blessing is, souls are carrying the weight of waste thoughts, waste words, waste actions. Souls become heavy because of these. Now reduce this weight. In order to reduce this weight, stay constantly busy doing service and increase your churning power. Souls will become powerful with churning power, just as blood is made by digesting your food, and it then works as energy. In the same way, the power of souls increases with their churning. Today's slogan is, the time of those who make their nature easy is not wasted. The time of those who make their nature easy is not wasted. Om Shanti.